Hey guys, it's Fadra from allthingsfadra.com. I'm going to show you everything you want to know about the 2018 Toyota Sequoia Platinum, which is what I've been driving all week. The price range for this vehicle ranges from about $46,000 all the way up to, spoiler alert, what this one runs, $68,000. So I'll go into all the details and tell you what you get for that price and show you all the ins and outs. Let's get started. Welcome to the exterior of the 2018 Toyota Sequoia Platinum. This vehicle had its last redesign in 2008. So for 2018, they did do some updates. It was not a complete redesign, but they did a lot of cosmetic changes. You'll see that on the outside. In a word, the first thing that you're going to notice is chrome. Chrome everywhere. So it's got chrome accents on the grille, on the lights down here. You're going to notice some dirty tires. Hey, it's meant for off-roading. You're going to notice chrome accents on the side of the vehicle. You're going to notice a body matching running board on the side of the vehicle. By the way, the running board is necessary for something this big. You're going to see badging that says Platinum. Once we go around back, you're going to see even more of the chrome accents. And you also have the silver roof racks all the way up on top. I'm going to take you to the interior of the vehicle. That's where it's really outstanding. Okay, here we are back inside. Let's focus on what's up front. And the first thing that you're going to comment on, which is this. It's got a key to turn it on, and I'm trying to find out why, because most Toyotas do have keyless ignition. This one does not, so if I can find an answer, I'm going to let you know, but that's something that you need to know. Now, on the Platinum, what you're going to find is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with wood-style accents, so that's one of the things that's different in this trim model. Now, if I had to come up with one word that I think differentiates this cockpit from other cars and other vehicles, is compartments. That would be my word of choice. Now, you do have two standard oversized cup holders, and then you have this nice little round cup here, which I think is just great for a can of soda, a can of seltzer, whatever. You have a little compartment here along with your 12-volt outlets. Then, this is weird. This right here is a compartment. I don't know what you would put down there. Papers, folder, you tell me. You've got a little compartment here, but wait, you've got a compartment here, and then look, on both sides, you have a little compartment here. I mean, what? And just in case 3 drinks in the front seat wasn't enough, you have a place for 2 more drinks, or bottles of water is what I would put here, and then plenty of room in the door compartment. If you're driving, you're not going to run out of space, but if you feel like you are, let's go to the center compartment. Look at this. This is where you could put a small animal. Just kidding. We don't put pets in here. So here you've got another 12-volt outlet, which is great for a lot of things you might need in the car. A little compartment here. And then I thought this was interesting. Remove for hanging file. So if you need to put your hanging files right here, there's space for them. Let's go back to the second and third row. I'll show you what's back there, and then I'm going to show you a few things that I don't love. Let's go back to the second row. I actually haven't even sat back here, but there's a tremendous amount of leg room because I have that driver's seat all the way back. Now, with the driver's seat all the way back, I have an incredible amount of leg room. So what do you get on the Platinum in the second row? Well, there are a lot of things that I think are really conducive to family lifestyle. So first of all, we have second row captain's chairs. So you can get this configured in other trims so that you could fit 3 passengers here, but you have 2 captain seats like this. They are heated seats, and you'll find all of the controls for the specialty features right here in the console in the center, where you'll find oversized cup holders and the controls for the seats, as well as a console. There must be more to this console, don't you think? Oh, there is more to the console. I found it back here. There's a secret lever. Hello. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Think about it. This could be like a food tray, play games in the back seat. Yeah, I don't know what you would put back here. Oh my gosh, that lifts out. Even more storage. That is amazing. Didn't I tell you that this vehicle is all about compartments? I told you that when I was up front, didn't I? And now this is gives plenty of access for the third row as well, which we're going to get to in a minute. So look at that. Oh my gosh, I love this. Now, while we were looking at the console, you might have also noticed all of these controls right here. That's right. The second row has the ability to control their temperature, which can also be controlled by the driver up front, and low, medium, high, adjusting the temperature and adjusting the output. You'll also see that there are some connections for video, and get ready, an outlet. I love outlets in vehicles, and this, I believe, is only in the Platinum. All right, down here we have connections for, oh, look at this, wait. It's another compartment. Oh my gosh, yes, we've got another compartment. We have a place for more cup holders in case you have drinks here and drinks here. They're just, you know, you're not gonna run out of drinks in this car. Now, I think DVDs are great. DVD players are great. This comes with a Blu-ray DVD player, which is great for little kids. You want to pop in a movie, they can sit back and watch it, and even older kids too. But I have to tell you, most of them are going to be on their devices, and most of them are going to want USB connections. Let's see if we can find those. Okay, I was not able to find any USB connections back here in the second row. That doesn't mean they don't exist, it just means they're not immediately obvious to me. But I did find something that you might like. Just in case you needed more space for your drinks, I found it. Look, down here we've got a large compartment in the door with space for 2 more drinks. And while I'm talking about the door, I might as well tell you another feature of the Platinum, and that is the sunshade that you can pull up and attach just like that. That's also great if you have kids or babies in the back seat. All right, I think it's time. I think it's time we go to the way back. Now, when I'm looking at third row seating, I want to know how easy it is to figure out how to put the seat up and how to get back there. Okay, so I couldn't show you because that was a two-handed affair. You have to pull up on this lever and push this back, and it actually, the whole thing slides forward, which is good to know because that also means probably that the seat can slide and give more leg room to the back. Let's see if we need that extra leg room. So here we are in the third row, and I have to tell you there's an extremely comfortable amount of leg room back here. Now, I know I'm small, I will admit that, but with the seats all the way back, my knees still cleared the back of the seat in front of me. You'll see that this seat does have the ability to slide forward, still giving this passenger a lot of legroom and giving me tons of legroom up here. And what I'm also finding is that this seating configuration isn't making me sit with my knees jammed up to my chest. So I'm actually very comfortable in this seat. And if you look over here, you'll see something I kind of discovered by accident. We have all these fancy levers here and on top of the seat, and I was pressing them to see what would happen, and it turns out, as I suspected, that this seat does fold completely flat, and it's got this nice little mat to bridge the gap when the third row gets folded down, and I'll show you all that in a minute. Before we do all that, let's talk about the third row life. Now, what happens in a lot of vehicles is the third row is like the emergency row. If you need to just like carry some extra people, you stick them back here. I feel like you could actually fit 3 people back here, small people, not huge people, but you could fit 3 people back here, and I feel like they wouldn't kill each other. But if you're wondering if Toyota forgot about the third row, no, they didn't. So we've got vents on both sides, and true to the Sequoia form, we've got cup holders, you know, just in case you want something to drink and there isn't anywhere else in the vehicle to put it. And you got some compartment love back here. So not only do you have this compartment here, but hello, you've got a compartment there as well. And look, look at that, guys. See, they love the third row people just as much as the second row. But enough about passengers. One thing that you're going to want to know about is the cargo space. Okay, back to the outside, and we're going to go to the power lift gate, which as far as I can tell is only available on the Platinum. I may be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. So the power lift gate, and you'll see the cargo space back here. Now, I have reviewed some very large SUVs, and I have found that sometimes this cargo space is so small you could barely fit a purse back here. This is totally reasonable. I could actually do my grocery shopping and fit it all back here, and I could even fit a couple of carry-on bags if I were going to the airport. But there's plenty of space once you put the seats down. Now, it's all automatic, And one thing I've learned is you have to hold the button down, and if you don't finish doing it, you hear that sound? Toyota's gonna let you know, hey, you didn't finish it. You either put the seat up or put the seat down. There we go. We've got tons of cargo space. Now the second row is still kind of up, kind of down, but that gives you a sense of your cargo space if you have just the third row down. Just the third row. That's huge. Let's be honest, that is a lot of cargo space. Now you do have the console that sticks up in the center, so you'd have to keep that in mind, but what could I fit in here? Maybe a new 65-inch TV? And if you don't believe me, then hopefully this will give you a little bit more perspective. This is a big vehicle. Back up front, back where I belong, in the driver's seat. So what are the things that I don't love about the Toyota Sequoia? Well, let's just get this one out of the way. The price. As outfitted, this Toyota Sequoia 4-wheel drive, it's a 4x4 Platinum, 7-passenger, 5.7 liter V8, has an MSRP of $68,925. That's an expensive vehicle, okay? The other thing is the engine. 5.7 liter V8, that comes at a cost, and that cost is the fuel economy. So the EPA fuel estimates put the Toyota Sequoia at about 14 miles per gallon. I did a lot of around town driving, and I probably got closer to 13, which is about right for city driving. Now there are a couple other things that you need to know. I like to call these short lady problems, but when you're driving a big vehicle and you tend to be a little bit more petite, these are some things that you need to know. It is a big dashboard, it's a big console, and that's okay, but if you plan to do anything manually, you are actually going to have to lean forward to be able to reach all the way over to these areas. So it's a little far for my comfort zone, as well as the temperature and the climate control. It's just a little bit far for my taste. Other issue is this doesn't have a heated steering wheel. Now I know that's a minor luxury, but if I'm paying $68,000, I want a heated steering wheel. Now, we do get heated and cooled seats, so I can't complain too much, but that's just a little luxury I'd love to see Toyota add in. And of course, this. I don't want a key, I want keyless. And then I just have one more thing, and that is I need Toyota to be thinking about the things that I'm going to do wrong in my vehicle. In this case, I went to each row and I lit up all the lights so that you could see me on the video, and I forgot to turn them off. And now I have to crawl back to each row and turn them off. And I'm only bringing it up because if you have kids, that's going to happen. They're going to leave them on. And wouldn't it be great if there was some master control that said, turn everything off? Well, we're not there yet, but I think overall, this is a really great vehicle. I didn't even talk about the drive. It's super easy to drive. I don't feel overwhelmed. Sometimes in larger vehicles, I feel like the seat swallows me up, but it was very comfortable to drive. The steering is super, super easy. And if you want to read any more details along with more photos of the interior, please check out allthingsfadra.com, where I've got all of the details. I've got a written review for every video that I do. And I would love to see you come back to see more of my videos. So don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe. That's what we do here on YouTube. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.